What is up, everybody? This is Aaron Haas, and this is the Love Works podcast. This is a good episode. This is our Valentine's Day special. This is a real one, a raw one. We got some people here that I've known for a minute, and then for not for a minute, but a little bit of a minute, you know? And so we're just going to rock and roll with this episode because one of these guests, he's an athlete. Not a good one, but he's still an athlete. Hey, relax. I'm doing my intro. He's a good athlete. He's a friend of mine, a brother of mine. And then we've got a returning guest, the first of them all, the first ever returning guest. She goes by the name Mom, or some may know her by Kim Daly. And then we got another guy here. He's a business owner. He's that's about all I know. He's also my mom's boyfriend.
Hey,
And
I love it.
he goes by the name Ryan, last name Barton.
Wow.
Is that it?
That's it.
I got it right?
You did. I mean, it's pretty good for only knowing me for a hot minute.
I know. Well, a little bit of a minute.
Moment
A
in
little bit
time.
of a minute. Yeah, I think the only reason why I remembered your last name was because I saw it on Instagram. And so, yeah, so that's your
Wow.
last name.
I
You're
know.
really good at that.
I know. The only reason I knew his name was because he's gluten free.
That
was it.
Hey, that'll do it right there. Hey, if being gluten free helps people remember my name, I'll still give up gluten free because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. All right. So this is the Valentine's Day special. Jeremiah, this is one of the guests. I don't even think I said your name. Jeremiah, you're one of the guests here. Tell the world about you. You're in school. You're an athlete. You are a good athlete.
Yeah.
I'm better, but it's whatever.
Okay.
I'm not. It's not a
pushing
competition,
it.
but if it was, I would win.
Okay,
you know,
you're
so,
pushing it now.
But yeah, so tell the world, how old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
15 years. You're 15 years old. You're an athlete. You play what sports?
Football.
Football. Okay. All right. Good job with these. What is this? You're like a trying. Like I feel like it's trivia right now,
Yeah.
and you're giving me like the one word answer and just waiting for the next question. All right. So you're a football player. What position?
They got me playing corner, safety, and probably about to start playing linebacker.
Okay. What's your favorite?
Probably corner because it's a lot easier than safety.
All right. Corner. So you're taking the easy road.
No, it's safety. I don't have to listen to the coaches yell at me because I'm messing something up or not reading something right.
Okay.
Corner, all I got to do is make sure I stay on my man the whole time.
I hope your coaches never listen to this episode. This ain't gonna be good for you, buddy.
That's actually a good Valentine's segue. You know,
Yeah.
just stay on your man.
Don't say that. No. Because some people are going to take that the wrong way.
Man, stay on your man. That's crazy.
I mean, like, stay with your man. Is what I meant.
I mean,
to
in football,
say.
we say stay with your man as well.
Yeah.
So.
Get on your man. That's what we used to say.
Terrible.
Get your.
Delete that.
No, we don't delete that.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Not this
If it-
episode. Not this
if
episode.
it's
Everything's
said,
real.
it's said. Yeah, this is raw. All right, so you're an athlete. So like, if you were to graduate right now, I love asking this question to people that are in school. If you were to graduate right now, and you could do anything in the world, what are you doing?
Probably going into the military just because it seems like that's always something I wanted to do since I was little.
Okay.
That and then, or just become a police officer because that's also something I've been wanting to do since I was very little. So probably that.
I got a question for you. If you were to graduate right now, and you had all the opportunities to play college football, are you taking them over being
Yes.
in the military?
100%.
So if you could do anything in the world, it would be play football at the higher level.
Maybe. It just depends. I mean,
You
I
think
like
you're good? You think
football.
you're good enough for that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I
Probably.
like football. I don't know if it's a sport that I want to keep playing the rest of my life.
Okay. Not a sport you might want to play your whole life. All right. Let's say, what's your favorite football team then?
Pro or college?
All the way around. Come on, let's hear it.
So for college, Mississippi State.
All right.
So go
All
Bulldogs.
of my Michigan people where I'm from are going to hate you, by the way.
Okay,
just
probably.
so you know.
I don't care. Well,
Hey, man,
guess
I like
what?
that.
State
Stand your
has
ground.
a good basketball team, so they
Stand
can
your
get
ground.
over it. We beat y'all in basketball, all you Ole Miss fans. So they can't say nothing. And then for pro,
I was talking about Michigan, but that's really cool, man.
well, I don't care.
Uh,
For pro, probably the Cowboys. I
Okay.
do like the Cowboys.
Cowboys fan. All right, so we've got Ryan and my mother. My mom's a returning guest, the first and only returning guest right now. So that's pretty exciting. All right, so Ryan, tell the world a little bit about yourself, man. Tell the world. So you own this business that I talked to you a little bit about today. It's for hunting people that do the shooting of the hunt.
It is, but I have a question. So this is Valentine's Day edition, right?
Yeah.
So do you realize that we just sat here for 5 minutes and listened to the two single people talk
No, it's the
on
worst.
Valentine's Day?
That is
Why
true.
would you bring up that I'm still single and that he's still
I mean,
single?
we're just stating
We
the
all know he
obvious.
won't find a girlfriend, but
Oh,
Why y'all gotta bring up the negative all the time? Listen,
well, before we
y'all
do
trying
that, all right, I have to ask this. Have you showed everybody on this podcast your latest haircut?
I think so. I think so.
We
I
like to
mean-
call that haircut why he's single.
It was
Hey, okay.
it
This,
looked like-
all right.
Seriously,
What is
look,
this right now?
It just kind of looked like he was about to start in Robin Hood. I'm sorry, but it did. I'm
But
sorry.
it's so much better now.
All right,
It looks
so-
a lot
Yeah.
better now that you got the cleanup.
you look
That's
like
good.
You look
Yeah.
like a bunch of high school kids in
He's
my
not
school.
enjoying this.
It's not enjoying this.
Because
No,
all
I'm
they do,
enjoying
they
it.
got the same hairstyle because they just bring. Except they
Oh,
just
dude,
bring
that's
their
super
hair down.
cool. Thanks for telling me something I don't care about.
He doesn't care.
He does care.
Next
He's
time
just
I
upset we're bringing up how single. he
All
is.
right, we're done with this. Everybody, we're not even doing. I don't even like podcasts. Like I don't even listen to them. All right, Ryan. So, do you want to answer the question I asked, or do you want me to move on?
I think I was so mesmerized by the haircut. What was the question?
So, you're a businessman.
Yes. So
Tell them about that.
So run a hunting business for ducks and geese, and people pay me to take them hunting, and we do it in Canada and in Arkansas. And to be honest with you, it's one of those stories where I turned something I love to do, and it was a hobby, into a job. To be candid.
Like that, man. I like that.
That's actually a good philosophy.
I know. Would you say that that's like something that you would tell people, young people now, that they're like, if you can find a way to make the thing you enjoy and turn it lucrative, is that something you would tell the world to do? Or would you say like, all right, what you're trying to do is just stupid, you know? We have too many influencers on TikTok, you know? I get plenty of
There are
content.
definitely one too many influencers. I'm not going to say that. I mean,
Yeah.
your mom can attest to that. She purchases anything that an influencer puts in front of her.
That is
Oh, yeah.
100% true.
I
Wait,
mean,
Literally, she's wearing a hat right now that says "You look like you love me." So.
Yeah, and she bought it on
Also-
Instagram for like $175. She actually took her house payment and was like, you know what? I'm gonna split this between a bunch of hats I want to buy online, and so yeah.
We should just title this podcast "The Day I Got Grounded as a 22-year-old."
Oh,
Okay. So
you let her
this is,
boss you
really
around
awkward.
like that?
Yes, he is.
Like this is like awkward because I don't have a computer anymore. Like I'm just kidding.
My mom took my computer.
My mom. Hey guys, no episode. I'm gonna mail it out to all the people that listen. It's gonna be a letter that
Just
they get in the mail.
handwritten.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, hey guys, no episode this week. My mom grounded me.
I was making fun of her hats.
I was making fun of all the rats. Yeah, she's got a hat
I
on.
am absurdly obsessed with, not obsessed with, I fall for every advertisement that comes across my social media feed. Like I really do. Whether it's a hat or some kind of face cream or some weird potion, I will buy it.
Yeah.
And so I think that maybe influencers are worth their weight in gold because they do influence people to buy things. It's a
Geniuses.
Great gig if you can get it.
They're geniuses.
Name of this podcast: Beautiful and Gullible.
Yeah, that's it. Gullible. But there's a reason that people get paid to be influencers on social media. It works.
Hey,
I'm evidence.
tell them to holler at me. I'll start getting people to buy stuff. I'll be
You gonna get those Where's Waldo glasses away? You gonna give those away too?
we give what away?
Those Where's Waldo glasses?
Influencers don't give stuff away. I'll sell them to you.
Yeah, you need to sell those.
Sell my glasses I got on.
Yes.
All right. If I had a good comeback, I would say it right now, but I don't need to.
Okay, so we're talking about Valentine's Day.
Instead of insulting each other, we probably should.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a
This is a love episode, and I feel a lot of hate in the room. I'm just so confused.
This is what we call family.
Oh, okay, got
And
it.
Ryan, I'm just kidding.
Ooh,
I'm
ooh,
just kidding.
Ooh.
I'm
That
just-
was
No, that's a
cold.
good comeback because I just did the same thing to Ashton.
You did?
Mm.
I love
No,
it. Oh,
remember
yeah,
what
he
I did?
did.
Yeah, it was
Like,
me.
so why are you here? Yeah. Oh,
Man, I love it. I love it. Ashton's gonna be on this next episode following this one, so I'm excited about that. You
we
had that
love
little
her.
had that little name drop, so that'll be a good episode for her to be on. But hey, this is our Valentine's Day episode. I'm excited about this episode because it's gonna be fun. You're gonna hear a lot of people's personalities, and you're gonna not like everybody here, except
Aaron,
me.
mostly.
It's gonna be all right. But so today it's Valentine's Day. It's our Valentine's Day episode, and you know it's the day of love. You know it's the day
Oh.
of mushy gushy love.
Disgusting, by
The
the way.
day where you just have your nose. It's like it smells like hearts in the air, and you walk into school and all the kids are dropping little candies in a white little baggie.
They don't do that anymore.
That doesn't exist.
I believe the kids call it Riz. Is
Yeah.
I
that
don't know if
correct?
that's what's called
That
Riz.
Riz
but-
is called whenever it's. I don't know. I don't really know how to
You
explain.
Well,
spit
is
game.
Is there
Yeah, basically like that. What mom just said.
like you're
spitting
flirtatious.
game?
yeah, it's basically flirting.
Are you flirtatious, Jeremiah?
No,
You got Riz?
no.
You don't put no candies in people's baggies?
Next question.
Candies in the baggies.
Do you have Riz, son?
I'll
No,
be
he does
putting
not, 'cause
candies
he's
in
still
all the
single.
baggies.
So gross.
Eventually, that candy's gonna work out for me.
So is there a question about Valentine's Day, or are we just talking about Riz and baggies?
It's a good thing to talk about, Riz and baggies.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. But we got a question. So it's our Valentine's Day episode, and I've got a question for each and every one of us. This is the question. Everybody wonders. Everybody always likes to talk about the good dates they have. The ones where it's like, yeah, this was romantic. I knew she was the one, or he was the one after this date that we had to the ice cream parlor, and we got the double chocolate swirl together, and it was delicious. And I looked in his eyes, and I knew he or she was the one, you
You've been
know.
watching too
None
many
of my
Hallmark
people
movies.
talk about this.
But I've got the question for you here. This is the question. What was the worst date you've ever been on? Give me some bad date stories, some poor experiences. Let's hear it.
I've only been on one date, and it wasn't even the worst date in the world.
And it didn't work out, huh?
No, it sure didn't work out because I think it was like the next month we broke up. So now I'm like you, single.
I'm so confused though. Like one date and you're breaking up, or you just didn't go on a second date?
We just didn't go on a second date.
Got it.
So you went on one date and you were like, wrong number?
Well, no, it was one of those that it was a Christmas parade that we went to.
Oh, you went to a Christmas parade.
Yeah.
We did that.
And so after that, I mean, I talked to her at school and stuff, but then other than that, no,
So it was just that was a bad date?
pretty much, yeah.
How?
Because we ended things like the next month. Some people
Sounds
say
like it
it's-
was a fine date, but you just broke up.
Yeah. Some people said it's because she couldn't handle me.
No, wait, at that Christmas parade, they were putting candy in baggies, though.
Oh, my
There was
Lord.
Riz
We
going
go
on all
again.
around there.
There was Riz going on. Yeah.
That's
Fun
crazy.
fact: Ryan went to a Christmas parade for the first time in his entire life this year.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was a
On a
great date.
date.
It was a great date. We have not broken up,
And you got candy
Lucky.
and I got candy.
in a bag.
Yes,
Sort of.
in a bag.
You
So-
got candy in a bag?
Don't worry, I had my mom check it before I ate it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So no razor blades?
No, no razor
No.
blades.
No
Nah.
razor blades. That's not Riz. That's not Rizzy at all.
No, that's not Rizzy.
No,
No.
So what's
that
a
was-
poor date for you? Let's hear a poor date from you, Mrs.
So,
Kim.
fun fact: your youngest brother set out after my being single for a hot minute. He set out to arrange what he had originally hoped for 100 dates in 24 hours for me. And then when I told him that I didn't feel like that was a reasonable request, he knocked it down to 75 dates, but he wanted the dates to have to battle it out, like answer a series of questions, complete an obstacle course,
Yeah.
and then go in front of all the children. And I also did not agree to that, but I did, at his prompting, really kind of put myself out there a little bit more in the dating world. And I did, I went on an actual dating site. I think it was Bumble.
Hallelujah.
No, I think it was Bumble. And I talked to several humans on there. One of the strangest things that has happened as a result of my time on Bumble was I actually had a man who shall remain. I'm just going to change his name. We're going to call him Duke. Okay. So
Duke sounds like a terrible guy.
Duke was such an interesting human. We talked on the phone a couple of times, and he seemed very normalish. And we were working toward our first date. He did all of the great things that you do where he set a time and a place, sent me a copy of the menu. All the things seemed completely normal. But then as the days leading up to the date got a little closer and a little closer, he was engaging in more and more and more conversation. And the first thing that unnerved me was that Duke sent me a song that he had written and produced, and it was quite possibly the worst song I have ever heard in my entire life. It's called "Hey You." It's a real thing. I've played it for my small group, for my family, for anyone who has ears, because I was like, this can't be real life. Like it can't be real life. This is not happening. So that was really weird. But then he sent me pictures of himself like working out and he was drinking like a carton of broth.
Oh.
I swear it's real. And
Ugh.
the last thing that really had me delete him before the date ever happened was feet pics. He sent me feet pics.
Like for your arousal?
It didn't work. And also, I don't want you to ever say that to your mom. That's so weird. But
Good. I'm glad it didn't work.
It
Will you
didn't.
send them to me?
He's definitely on.
Just
Aaron,
kidding.
Aaron, you
Oh,
might be
Aaron,
on
you're
Feet
so
Finder.
grounded.
Then. You might be on Feet
Um,
Finder.
so that was weird. But that date never happened. And I did have to very politely explain, I'm no longer interested. Your feet pics and this is just too weird for me.
Yeah, this isn't the type of feet I'm looking for.
Like I'm looking for
Size
More
13.
manly feet. More
Yeah.
manly feet.
yeah. And then I went on another date with a guy. I don't drink beer. Like I'm just not a big drinker.
Right.
And we went on a date.
Liquor, normally.
No. I'm just not a drinker. Like that's not a place.
Yeah.
Don't take me on a date to a bar. Like read the room, I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
We went on a date and he took me to this bar place and I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is weird, but I'll suffer through it.
Yeah.
And I was there was no food involved, no snacks involved, but there was approximately 3.5 hours of conspiracy theories. So everything from Sasquatch is real to the moon landing wasn't real to some strange thoughts about birds in the sky maybe not being real. And the whole time I was just thinking, I'm going to die here, like with
Yeah.
this conspiracy theorist guy.
The moon landing is fake.
Okay,
By the way.
cool. All right, awesome.
Not
true at all. Do not believe him.
Sasquatch potential. It's just a matter of what you believe in animals.
Do not
Okay,
believe in him at all.
The birds.
Hmm.
I like birds. I think they're real.
Yeah.
But there's
They
probably
are.
fake ones out there.
There are no fake
Yeah,
birds out there.
it was the longest date. I had one drink in my hand from the time we got there until the time we left, and I was just like looking for help the entire time. I could not get home fast enough.
Your brother Joe would have loved that guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I know he would have. I love him. I don't even know him.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was so
Sounds like
weird.
a
It was
good
the
guy.
weirdest date. We also did not go on another date.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah.
Bad dates are always kind of fun.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
always.
Just had some strange encounters. I mean, I think they're all like really nice guys, but it's just maybe not the one for me.
Nice guys for weird people.
Yeah, I'm weird, but not that kind of weird. I'm a different kind of weird.
That's fair.
Yes, we all know.
You know, there is one she didn't mention.
Yeah, what's
And
that?
she's probably going to kill me for this.
Oh,
and
no.
y'all might be like, oh, I don't know about this guy.
Yeah.
But I actually did meet your mom back in the spring.
Okay.
I didn't really meet her. We had talked. Now,
Okay.
before I go into this, I'm recently divorced. Okay?
You
Nice.
were
So-
divorced in the spring. Let's be really honest.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
No,
congrats-
no.
Make sure.
Not recently
Congratulations,
divorced.
man.
No, I was in the spring recently
Congratulations.
divorced. Yeah, yeah, I know. Well, that's what I mean. Like we were talking, my worst date lasted 10 years.
Stop
But-
it. You were not supposed to say that.
But at any rate, her and I did talk for
Mhm.
like a week or two.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Was it that long?
Well, I can't remember.
Okay, me either.
You are memorable,
You
but
were
I
a
couldn't
blur.
remember. But
That's great. That's super comforting.
we did set up a date. I did send her the menu. I was wondering where she was going with that.
Oh, did you think it was going to be
And-
you?
I did.
Oh, you were not the worst.
Anyways, so we set everything up,
Yeah.
and I actually ghosted your mother.
He did.
I did.
Oh,
I
but he
did.
called me with a lame
It
excuse.
was not. Oh yeah, I had baseball for my kids.
No,
Very
that
lame.
is not.
So
No, you told me you
lame.
were sick.
Oh, I was first,
Oh,
and then I
man,
had
coming back
baseball
on
with
your
the kids.
stories now. Okay, we're seeing where you really stand.
Well, I mean, welcome Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
So he canceled the date, and I just was like, I'm not talking to this person again. So we just didn't talk. He didn't
For
contact
months.
me.
For months
I
and
didn't
months.
contact him
That's right.
Wow.
at all.
And then in the fall, I'd always kind of thought about her because she was very interesting. And yeah, I know. Well, I found her to be interesting.
I
You
am
know,
interested.
And
Your mom.
for whatever reason, her for work, I was always on Instagram.
Yeah.
Her Instagram always popped up on mine. Like every time I went on there for like a month straight, I was like, "What in the world? What in the world?" So I just contacted her.
So basically, what he did was stalked me for a month.
That's hot.
Yeah.
All
he
right, first,
stalked me.
before we end up getting anything else, you cannot talk anything about stalking people because all of your friends are like detectives.
They are.
They are.
detectives.
Yes, because they will run. They can find anybody's criminal record,
Oh, for
and
sure.
it is very creepy.
Look, they can find out where you live now, where you have lived, who your neighbors were,
Yes.
and what were the top 3 items in your trash cans. My people are fierce.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so,
they're fiercely
so
protective.
them compared to Ryan,
Yeah.
the Ryan's month of seeing your Instagram, I wouldn't say that is as bad as your friends.
That's
No,
right.
it's not.
I'm
It's
used to
not.
them coming to me, by the way.
Oh.
Just imagine if,
Boy,
just
bye.
imagine if Miss Jenny's daughter Hannah met Ryan at first. Whenever y'all first went out on a date.
Oh yeah, she would have like lit him up.
Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
Lit 'em up. All right, Ryan, what's your poor dates? Let's hear some of your bad date experiences.
It's really kind of puts me between a rock and a hard place here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Tell
he's
me the
quoting-
rock and the hard
Ooh,
place, man.
Quoting
see,
from Bailey's
the
Zimmerman.
real problem is this is a PG podcast.
Nah, dude, it's not PG.
Yes, it is. It's completely
Yeah,
PG.
it is because we can't talk about paddling.
That is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Oh, what if I sign a waiver?
You can sign a waiver, man. You can sign a waiver.
The worst date.
If only they knew what we were talking about right now.
Oh,
They
I'm going
don't.
to tell you what. Let me hear yours first. and then I'll tell you mine.
Yeah, so I'll tell you some.
It's gonna be good.
I'm a romantic guy, you know. I'm pretty romantic, I'd say. So I was just like, and I like food, and I was like, let's do something super sweet. I wanted to take this girl out to this really nice restaurant.
Oh no.
And so I told this girl I was going to pick her up. Well, first off, I lost track of time. All right. That was my bad. And so I'm speeding all the way there. And I'm on my way to pick her up. And halfway there, I realize I'm a romantic guy. Romantic guys get to hold women's hands. And so halfway there, I looked down at my fingernails and was disgusted at myself because they were way past due. You know what I mean? So I'm getting ready to think about I don't bite my fingernails because, you know, I'm a Christian and Christians don't do stuff like that.
Wait, what?
And that was, yeah, in theory, if this was live, like the whole crowd would have laughed a lot and stuff,
okay.
and it would have been really great. But
It's not live.
yeah, so I'm in my car.
Crickets.
And I'm driving. I'm like, I got to get some fingernail clippers. So I stop at like 4 or 5 gas stations and nobody's open to give me fingernail clippers until I get into this one gas station that finally says, yeah. And I go up to the front and I ask them, hey, do you have fingernail clippers? They're like, yeah, we got some. So I go to the back. They shake this cup, this coin cup. You know, everybody's got their coin cup. They shake this coin cup around. They're like, hold on. And they grab these fingernail clippers
They're
out.
not new?
I grab them out. They've got coin gunk on them. Everybody knows about coin gunk. That's the nastiest stuff in the world because it's gunk, but it's gunk that you don't know where it came from kind of gunk. So it's got coin gunk on them. They're rusted out. But I'm a romantic man, right? So I've got to cut my fingernails out the window while I'm running late to go pick up this girl. I'm cutting them clip, 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 clip until my hands are good. And then I go pick her up.
Did you have to pay for those clippers?
It was like $7.
For rusty clippers?
They did, yeah. It was great, but it was worth it because this is why. Because I pick her up and we go to this super nice restaurant. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's exclusive.
Exclusive. And so we go there. I thought everything went well because I got lemon pepper wings. She didn't because I brought her to Buffalo Wild Wings. So that was my date. I don't know if that's really a bad date story, but I thought I could.
So what part made it a bad date?
I was wondering.
We didn't hold hands. She didn't want to date anymore. I'm realizing that's really not a bad date story. It's just a story that I have. That
Okay, do
That's
you
what you
remember
come
the
up with?
date when you had your convertible and you had this really cute girl and you were so excited to spend some time with her? I don't know if it was a date or just like a hangout thing. And
I thought it was a date. It wasn't.
Okay. Oops, surprise. And you took her to Tanger and then you let your convertible top down. Oh, it got stuck halfway and you had to call your mom.
Yeah, my convertible top got stuck and I had to call people to go pick me up. It was ridiculous. I looked stupid. Yeah, that happened.
Yep. Yeah, that was a fun day.
Well,
Do you remember when you got lost going to the girl's house? You should have been headed south and you headed north and you were like 2 hours late.
Yep.
How'd that one go? See, that's a bad date story.
They were pissed. They were so not happy.
Really?
remember
The
I-
parents weren't on.
No,
well,
she was
was.
mad.
Would you explain what happened?
Well, I mean, yeah, but it was just like awkward.
Yeah, it was like
you went north
he was
instead
like
of going
2.5
south.
hours late.
And we were supposed to go see some musical, and then
Yeah,
we
it didn't
canceled
work.
on the musical, and we went to eat at the place I worked at.
Wait, where'd you work at the
We
time?
worked at some pizza joint, and everybody there was like, they're like, "Hey, Aaron," and I'm talking to all of them, and they're like, "Man, it's good to see you." And it was just that was a terrible date experience.
Yeah.
I'm not great at dating.
Well, fun fact. I've only dated 2 women that have been older than me, one sitting to my right. And the first one is actually the bad date story.
Yeah, because she's a lot older than you, the one sitting to your right.
Oh my word.
No comment.
Thank you.
But true. Is that no
Like,
comment?
like she already
True.
said, you about to be grounded at 22.
It's good.
I'll give him lunch money.
Appreciate it, man.
But the first one, I was about 25 or 26 years old, and this really got me accustomed to kind of being an adult. And so I was in Seattle, Washington at the time, running a campaign.
Right.
And I went out, and there's this older lady who was like, she was like 45. I was 25.
What?
Yeah, true story.
Oh my
I thought I
Good
was. I thought I was the man.
You were not
I
the
did.
man.
I thought I was the man. I was telling everybody.
Tell
All
her.
my friends. I told my mom. And my mom's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I told my dad, and he's like, "Good job."
That lady's old enough to be your mom.
Yeah, and then you go
that
out on
is
the date
true.
and she pulls out like a cigarette. She's like, yeah, this is good. Like,
Well, that's true. In like 20 years, she'll be putting the thing up to her throat, like.
yeah.
But we went out. I went back to her place. I slept on the couch. I got up the next morning, and this is like stuff you only hear that like Derek Jeter does. She had a gift basket out. She had left. She had gone to work, and she had left me a gift basket with peanut M&Ms. Like a Williams Sonoma kitchen towel. I'm trying to think what else. There was something, maybe a bar of soap. There was something else I can't remember. But I was like so shocked. There was a little note that said, "I had a great time. Thank you so much." I was like,
She left you a gift
a
basket?
gift. It was like an Easter basket.
I
Did-
have
did
never
it
once
say,
left
"Thank
you
you,
a gift
son"?
basket.
Well,
Did it have son at the end of it to my son?
It was your stocking.
Right,
Was
that-
this Christmas
I love you,
season?
Mom.
That was your stocking.
I was like, wait a second. My name's not Sam. No, but
That was
I'm
your
em-
stocking.
I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I took the basket.
the
Why
whole
would you be
thing?
embarrassed? I would be happy.
We never saw each other again. That was it.
Who
I mean,
decided y'all were never going to see each other?
well, I mean, if I'm being honest, like, since I was 25, I blew her up. She just never called me back.
Oh,
I know.
Ryan.
I know.
You
I never-
blew her up?
Well, not like, what the kids say.
The kids don't say that.
When I hear blew it up, and I'm like, good job.
No, he means he called her a
No,
lot.
no. There's no gunk here. So yeah, it's I don't know if it's a bad day story, but I was like, what in the world happened to me? It really
She
gave
left
me.
you a consolation prize. Like
I
you
know.
Got, you got a
I know.
sorry
I'm surprised
son.
I didn't get like
you
a.
got the runners-up prize. She had
know.
two other guys
I
with
know.
the
I bet you everybody else got like a kitchen magnet. Or I got a Williams Sonoma kitchen towel.
Where
Can you
is
give me
it?
the real ones?
I don't have that stuff
Oh, okay.
anymore.
What'd you do with the M&Ms?
Ate them.
Like, I got them in my pocket. I travel around with them for good luck on all my other dates.
They were just a regular bag. They weren't like
Aw.
the king size. But that was a
That
pretty
should've
bad
told you
date.
something.
Another one, which your mom does know about, is when I was in college, I wasn't real good at Spanish. This just part of this you don't know. I wasn't real good at Spanish. So I successfully was dating the teaching assistant who promised me to give me an A. Oh, well, that's a long time ago. Promised to give me an A. We dated. I ended up getting a C.
Yeah, what did I
I
tell
was
you about
so-
how what a good boyfriend he was?
I was so mad, but that's true.
What's her number? I'm just messing.
might
I'm just
be
messing. We're not going to
45.
say that on the line.
Siete, ocho.
But yeah.
Lo
Yeah, say it to
siento?
me. Is she 45? Because that's what I'm looking for.
You're looking for somebody mom's
I bet
age.
you those Easter baskets are upgraded now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, I wonder what they do. Because, like, people, it's crazy that you never. I would love to have a good basket. All right, so what is like? So this is a Valentine's Day episode. We've had some bad date stories, and then some stories from Jeremiah and I that really aren't bad date stories. They're just stories that we told.
Mine was a story. Yours was a bad date.
Mine was just a poor planning story.
Yeah.
I was just bad.
It kind of that sounds like a pattern, to be honest.
Probably.
I
It's a
see
pattern.
gift baskets in your future.
I would love a good gift basket.
No, baby.
Hey man, if you can't have sex, a gift basket's a good alternative.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Okay, bro.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Don't.
Not a
You
question.
just don't answer it.
Not a question.
I'm pretty sure it's in the Bible somewhere too.
Leviticus.
You can't have a yeah. It's one of the laws. It does say that in the Bible, Ryan. It does say that in the Bible.
I told him that, and sometimes I tell you scripture.
She
and
does
I'm
all the time. All the time. She likes in the Bible. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and I'll be like, there are times we'll be at the house, and she'll be like, "Mind your business," and then she'll just quote a Bible verse from it, and I'm like,
1 Thessalonians 4:11.
yes, and she'll say, "Mind your business," and I'll be like, and it'll be sometimes it's an important thing. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she'll be like, "Mind your business." I'm like, okay, it's just annoying.
That's just a good idea.
It
Okay,
is.
so you mind your business all the time?
No, I never said I like good ideas. I'm trying to date a 45-year-old. Listen, I'm trying to follow in Papa Ryan's footsteps right now. All right?
Oh, so
My man's
many
got
things
the
I could
street
say.
cred.
We are.
The minute I can date my Spanish teacher and a 45-year-old woman, if it's one and the same, hey,
No,
Killing two
it
birds
was
with one
not
stone.
one and the same.
well, it'd be
Mm-mm.
nice if it was. That'd be cool, man. Dude, I don't know. Yeah, I never dated any of my teachers because I wanted them to continue to be my teachers. So I felt like that
It's
was
a
probably
little
good thing.
different when you're in college.
Yeah,
and
when
this
you're in
was
Oh,
college.
you were in
OOEY.
college.
Oh, yeah. When you're in college, anything goes.
Oh, I thought you were in like high school.
No, I wouldn't be admitting that on here.
He's like, yeah, dude, the
No,
three
no,
I dated
no.
in high school, they
Yeah.
can't. I think
I mean, if
talk
we
about
can't
that.
talk about spanking on here. We're definitely not talking about teachers.
We're not talking about spanking.
Yeah, we're not.
I mean-
Sorry.
We're not talking about spanking.
Yeah, we're not talking about spanking.
But if we were,
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, if we had a conversation that got cut out about spanking, all right, fine.
He said fine.
So, if you're trying to go on a good date, all right, I'm gonna ask y'all this question, Ryan and my mother, Ryan and Ryan's girlfriend.
I've been
Y'all are trying to
demoted.
go on a good date
With each other?
with each other, or you're setting up a good date, the perfect date. What is the perfect date for y'all? I want to hear both of y'all's answers individually. And don't be trying to steal the answer like it was like, oh, this is what we did this one time. It was perfect.
You know what? I feel like we have already had the perfect date.
Oh, we did?
I think so. Wow, she didn't even know. I thought
I think I know.
That started to feel familiar. I'm gonna wake up
think
in the
I
morning
know
to
it,
an
though.
Easter basket.
Anybody got a basket I can borrow?
Yeah.
No, we did have a really. Are you talking about candles?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was really fun.
That was planned. It was
Oh, it was-
executed to a T.
It was phenomenal. So, you tell him because you did it. I think you should take the
Yeah,
credit.
but it's so much better from a female point of view.
Well,
As you say, POV.
a POV.
That's what she says.
I did
POV.
say POV. So we did. Ryan planned a date. He told me that we were going to a candlelight concert, and I was really excited because that sounded like fun. And I was going to meet him. He lives away, and so I was going to meet him at his house because the concert was closer to his house. And so I pull up in his driveway, and I went to his door, and he has glass in the front of his door, so I could kind of see inside. And when I looked inside, there were candles lining the entryway, and all of these rose petals, like all the way down the entryway into the kitchen. And I was like, wait a minute, I thought we were going to a candlelight concert. I was so confused because I was like, did this dude trick me? And we're just going to like stand in the kitchen and listen to music or something. But he opened the door and we.
Then you realize you're in the wrong house.
I was like, who lives here? No, but he came to the door and we walked in, and like there's this song that we had shared with each other earlier, and it was playing, and I walk in the door and he said, I want to dance in the kitchen with you. You want to be the person that I want to dance in the kitchen with forever. And so we danced in the kitchen to this song in the candlelight with all the rose petals. And then we did actually go to the candlelight concert too. It was
Wow.
like a dreamy evening because it was the culmination of a whole lot of different conversations that we had had. And it was one of those moments where you feel very seen and very heard. That is something that you should pay attention to for dating. By the way, you should see the girl and hear the
I don't
girl.
plan on dating.
I did vastly overbuy rose petals.
Yeah, you were actually buying them
I
for
mean,
something
like-
else, and you were like, "I'm gonna put them out here." I was like, "I got excess. We'll just toss them on the floor."
I still have like probably 6 bags in my freezer.
Yeah,
What?
just in
Yeah,
case we
I
need
couldn't.
'em.
I just couldn't put any more out. I was like,
There were rose petals everywhere. It was such a dream. It really was so dreamy.
Wow.
And the house smelled so good because he didn't get like flameless candles. They were
No.
real
the
candles.
only
They
thing
were
I could
scented
find
candles.
was like these scented candles. It was almost too much.
No, it was perfect. It was very potent smelling. Like you could smell it when you came into Memphis.
You drive through Memphis.
So how long did it take? So how long
What's
did
that
it take
smell?
you to get up all the rose petals?
Oh, so also lesson for everybody out there who might try this: do not vacuum them up.
Will it ruin your vacuum?
It continues to like stuff it up, to clog it. So you have to use a broom. Like there's no other way around it.
Dang.
You should have seen. I should have taken a picture of the actual like mound of rose petals.
Dang.
It was like
It was
it was pretty high.
Yeah, it was massive because it was all the way from the entry into the kitchen, lining the kitchen like he had made a dance floor in the kitchen. It was really very sweet. It
That
was very,
sounds
very
awesome.
sweet. But I was actually thinking that I had fun in Banff too. So I wasn't sure if you were talking about like when we did the gondola thing in Banff because that was just a fun whole day date. Like the whole day was just kind of
Yeah, I honestly kind of want to go on a date with Ryan now. That sounds awesome. I would love to go to Canada, and I'd love to go to. I don't particularly want to dance with you in your kitchen, but
no rose petals.
no rose petals. But I'll let you know.
You'll just take the dinner.
Yeah, I'll take the dinner. I mean,
He'll take the dinner and he'll just go back home.
yeah, if like 21 Pilots is playing at the candlelight service, like I would love to come and join you. But
It was like it was Neo.
I like Neo. I do like Neo.
No, it was like
Oh,
I can't remember. It
what
was like
It
hip
was-
hop type.
Yeah, it was so
Yeah, I like
fun.
Neo.
Like
Yeah, he's
people
good.
there in like sequin and
Was it actually?
yeah,
Yes.
I look like some like I looked out of place.
He did not pass the vibe check that night. There was a serious vibe check, and Ryan did. The guy in front of us was wearing a sequin blazer.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like wearing just like a flannel shirt. I knew none of the songs.
Yeah,
Your mom was like dancing to them all.
yeah, I knew. him.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you do these words?
Yeah, because I listen to music, but yeah, it was a really fun night, and
Okay.
it was also thoughtful that he considered genres that I would like, which was
That's
really
awesome.
Full
Yeah.
disclure, it was the only one playing that night,
It was like
He
the only day we
lucked
had
out.
available.
but
so.
I considered it.
cool. Yeah, thank you. I thought you considered it on purpose. You didn't. Okay, well, good try.
So for somebody that's like not dating,
Mhm.
what are the tips you would give them?
Truly, if you are ever presented with the opportunity to date someone, and this is going to sound like such old lady advice, but it's so true. Consider love language. Like for me, my love language is quality time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter to me what we're doing as long as we're spending intentional time together. So I think knowing somebody well enough or asking enough questions to understand who they are as a person.
Yeah.
So what might seem like a really fun date to you may be awful to the person you're trying to date if you don't consider what they actually enjoy as
Wow.
well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ryan, what's your advice?
It's gonna be something different. I think you're gonna get a different opinion from or different advice from a man and a woman.
Right.
But
Have fun.
from so I would say one thing I've learned is be attentive, listen, and be caring. I think women like that over a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Unless you're Bill Belichick. But yes.
Hey, man.
I will
I wouldn't
also
mind being
say,
Bill.
remember before he ghosted me, he had planned a date, and he had been intentional to say, this is where I'm going to take you. This is what time I'm going to take you. Here's the menu, so you can kind of take a look at it, which is always a very nice touch, especially because that would have been like us meeting face to face for the first time. So he was very good before the ghosting. Have I mentioned that? He was
You've
very
mentioned like 30
good
times.
to pay attention to details and to try to make me feel safe. Like he wasn't going to chop me up and make soup out of me or something.
So Ryan, I've got a question for you. So like for somebody that's aspiring to ghost somebody, what are the tips?
The tips are, so you ease them into it,
Ease 'em
and
in.
then when they least expect it, you're out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Genius.
it.
Yeah.
I feel like I can do that.
You can't?
I feel like I could.
Well, I mean,
I
you
could.
just be ready to talk to them like 8 months later.
Yeah, wait to see him at Walmart. Like you're in a whole
Exactly.
different state, and you're like, we went on vacation to the same spot. How? And then it's like this weird thing, and then
I know
you
you.
fall in love, and
Well, the funny thing is, she said, I do not know why, but I was just like, I should message her. And all I did was say, hey, how are you doing? Or something along those lines. And she
Genius.
said that she never reaches back out to anybody, ever.
No, deuces. Like if you're not going to follow up, do what you say you're going to do, I'm out. I never would have considered it. And I'm very thankful that he reached back out, and I'm very thankful that for whatever reason I reconsidered.
wow, that's good.
Maybe it was the Lord.
I would think so, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And the timing.
Don't bring the Lord into this. I'm just kidding. Don't bring the Lord into your ghosting
Oh.
unless you're talking about the holy ghosting.
Well, Scripture says about ghosting.
Do it. That's what God says in Revelations 19.
Do you know what our first date was? Our first legitimate date?
Was it church?
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, I can say has never happened to me before.
Yeah.
Ever, ever, ever.
Yeah. The first time I saw him face to face, he was walking in the sanctuary.
Wow.
I had no idea what he looked like because I was like, I'm not expecting it. Like she showed me a picture, but I think like the picture, I was like, I guess I just drew that out of my brain.
Yeah.
And so I usually come into the service kind of late, but that service I came in pretty early, and like I just sat and I just stood right next to Mom, and then he shows up and he's like, I just see this really tall dude just stand right beside her. I'm like, who in the world is this?
Were you disappointed?
Yes, because I was like, why has he got to be so tall? Why can't she find anybody short?
Yeah. Oh man, this ain't the guy I was looking for. Bummer. Put him back. Replace him.
But what was really fun and so interesting was after church, we went to lunch, and you would have assumed that it would have been an awkward lunch, that things wouldn't have been easy. It was like we had known each other for a zillion years. It was so strange. Even the kids, it was just one of those like, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
Joe was just like 98 down.
Joe's our youngest brother.
Yeah, youngest brother. And Joe, from that moment, he has believed that if I bring somebody to church, the next step is married. Like you bring them to church, then you marry them. And so
if not in the same day.
it may be on the same day. Like he's here already. Why are we wasting time?
Yeah.
Let's get you married, Mom. Joe's been very concerned with getting me married off. And he's, but even that day he was drawn to Ryan. Like I don't know. It was good. It was good.
That's good. I mean, yeah, I appreciate that. Good job. Good job, son.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna gift you a little gift basket with some peanut M&Ms.
I know.
I also know what he's getting for Valentine's Day.
You're getting some rose petals.
He's getting a Williams-Sonoma kitchen towel, and some peanut M&Ms.
Hey, that's good, man. I would feel so special.
Yeah, and a bar of soap.
Hey, this is also, I was telling her today, so planning ahead doesn't always work out. I ordered her flowers a week ago to have them delivered tomorrow. I get an email today that's saying there's no florist in the area that can deliver them tomorrow. I'm like, what?
What?
Exactly.
There's a florist in this town.
This has actually happened to me on multiple occasions.
There's so many flowers just out there in the world right now that are just awaiting to arrive.
Exactly. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, they're
Screw
selling
the flower
bouquets.
company.
They're selling
Peanut
bouquets in my
M&Ms.
school.
After school?
Mhm.
That's exactly what I want.
A school bouquet.
High school bouquet.
Yes. I tried to
Yes.
convince him to sign one
Now
of his
I'm
buddies up to
sold.
give it to another buddy.
No, well, actually, Asher was talking
You
about.
got to talk in
today-
the mic, man.
Asher was talking about earlier today. He said he was gonna buy a bouquet and he's gonna send it to my ex and say it was from me. And I about lit him up whenever he said that. I was like, "Do not do
With
that."
the
And-
paddle or like
okay. And he was gonna say from Jeremiah to his ex, and he was just gonna give it to her. And I was like, "No, please don't do that." And he spent money on it, so I don't know if he's gonna do it.
Oh, please,
I'll find out
Asher.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
You
we
will,
all
man.
know tomorrow.
Hey, man. Hey, congratulations on your new relationship, man. That'll be really
Muzzle
good.
top.
Yeah,
Very good.
man. Dude, this has been a great episode. I want to hear some final thoughts. Jeremiah, give me your final thoughts on this episode. Like, you're new to this. What do you think about this episode, man? Or everything. Just don't.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's funny. Except we can't talk about paddles, but it's funny. I like it.
You like it. Are you going to endorse this episode to your friends? Like,
I'll let them listen to it.
you'll let them listen to it.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like, yo, listen to this episode. I'm on it.
I mean, if I say I'm gonna let them listen to it, it's just that's my way of saying, "Hey, go listen to this." That's
Oh, the energy in this room is like palpable. I can feel it.
Yeah, I mean,
I can feel the love.
if I had lasers that could shoot out of my eyes, I would use them. Not particularly on you, but I would use them on you. Yeah. So, yeah, final thoughts, Ryan. This is your first time on an episode. What are your thoughts, man?
So, what's the name of the podcast?
It's called the Love Works
Yeah,
Podcast.
Yes, I know. And I would like to say that being the Valentine edition,
Yeah.
love does work. Love absolutely works.
Wow.
Mhm.
It does.
That's good stuff.
It is.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's crazy to watch how like people thrive and bloom when they're loved well.
That's right.
Like truly, how you can step into who you really are and you can be fully confident. Being seen. It's really good. Love does work
Come
in
on.
a spiritual way, in a relational way. It's real
That's
deal.
right. That's right. Man, this has been a great episode. I'm excited y'all all came on. Thank you, Mom, Mrs. Madre, Kimberly Daly, also known as Kim Daly. Thank you, Ryan Barton. Thank you, Jeremiah Daly. And thank you to everybody that keeps on listening to the Love Works podcast. This was a good Valentine's Day special. Go ahead and get your hearts with the candies in them, with the little chocolate pieces that nobody cares about. They got the weird little creams inside of them. And then go ahead and get some gift baskets for that one you love.
don't forget the M&Ms.
And get the M&Ms, man.
the
Peanut
soap.
only. Peanut only. We only having the nuts in our M&Ms. Only on this Valentine's Day, we just giving nut M&Ms, gift baskets, and rose petals. It's gonna be delicious. Just how I like it. Just how I like it. This has been a good episode. Thank you for listening to the Love Works podcast. Y'all are some of my favorite people. Peace out.